Hey everybody, I'm standing here with Kelly Godwin, Vice President and Project Manager at Kennamer Construction. Thank you to everybody who submitted questions for our video series, and we're excited to answer a couple of those questions right now. Kelly, the first question that we received, what are some best practice questions I should ask my contractor before hiring them? Or what are some red flags that I've not hired a reputable contractor?
That's a really good question, honestly. We hear that a lot from people. One of the first things you want to ask your contractor is to show their home builder license. Every home builder in the state of Alabama has to have a license if they're doing work. I think it's around like a $5,000 or more threshold. So if your project is $5,001, they have to have a license, and it's renewed every year. And we can show a picture of that license so people see exactly what it looks like. But that's one of the first things you want to ask, is make sure that they are licensed. Also, you want to check about if they have insurance. The state of Alabama actually has a law now in place where if you ask for it, the contractor has to be able to show proof of general liability coverage. And you can get that emailed to you from their insurance agent, where it shows what they're covered for and the time frame that they're covered, because you want to make sure that it's within your project timeline. Also, you want to make sure that your contractor has workers' comp insurance. That means if one of their workers is injured on your job, it doesn't fall back onto you. It's covered by the contractor's insurance. Those are three really big things that you want to check for before hiring someone. Now, if you've already, another thing to ask before hiring a contractor, you want to make sure that you have a contract written out so that again, you're covered. And also, because home builders are supposed to be licensed, if you do run into an issue with a contractor in the middle of your project, there's a home builder licensure board, and you can actually file a claim against that contractor and be able to have legal standing for that claim. Some red flags before you hire a contractor would be if someone can't show any of that information. Huge red flag, they're probably not going to do a good job. Not to say that you just need to hire a licensed contractor and make sure that they're insured properly. Also, if somebody is asking for a large sum of money, or like 50% of your project cost up front, that's a red flag. Most of the time, there may be some cost involved right as you get started, but that should be pretty proportional to what's getting started. Sometimes you have to order materials ahead of time, but you shouldn't have to pay 50% up front. And that's been a huge red flag for years for people, especially during like storm damage times, when people come in and say, hey, I can fix your roof, I need this much up front, and then they never show up and somebody's out tens of thousands of dollars. And even if you're doing like just a roofing, you're getting your roof re-roofed, roofers have to have a special license as well. I don't have that specific card, but that is something that they have to have as well. So you want to make sure that who you're using is licensed and insured, and you have the correct kind of license and insurance, because technically someone could have licensed and insured on their truck or their van or whatever vehicle they drive, but that could be they have a driver's license and they have their truck insurance or something, not necessarily workers' comp or general liability that they are really required to have. And I guess that's pretty much what you want to ask before hiring a contractor, or red flags if you've already hired somebody and they can't provide that information, or that they're asking for a huge sum of money up front.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kelly. And thank you for everybody who submitted questions. The next video that we will be doing will be answering the following question. What is the best way to remove popcorn ceilings? Do I need to replace them with drywall, or am I able to scrape them? And also, should this be a project that we could tackle on our own, or would it be better to hire someone? So that is our next question. So stay tuned for our next video, and we will get that question answered.